The young knight steadied his horse and took a long, deep draught of the fresh autumn air. So, this day has finally come. Adjusting the upright lance planted on his stirruped foot, he glanced along the line as the last of the company formed up atop the grassy ridge. He gently took up more contact with his reins to steady his great stallion. He'd never seen a sight like this, not even at the biggest royal tournaments. Arrayed in both directions, forming a single unbroken rank, were 60 mounted knights, each in full plate harness. A low golden light at their backs glanced off the gracefully curved polished steel. Each 12-foot war lance balanced upright, spear tips glinting, 60 slim royal red pennants whipping in the wind. There, to the left of him, past the familiar, generous form of Sir Godfrey of Elthorpe, and barely a dozen horses distant, was the actual king himself, surrounded by the longer red and gold dragon banners of his household guard. The knight's hand went to the visor of his sallet again. Like all the rest, he wore it open for now. He'd had trouble keeping it in place, and felt that any moment it could clap down across his face, or worse, halfway down. A bit of waxed thread wound around the joint. That'll fix it. He'd tend to that later. Only the king was without his helmet today, although a magnificent part-gilded example hung on his saddle. He wore instead a simple gold coronet about his long grey locks, so no one could doubt whose men these were, nor who rode at their head, or the confidence with which he led. The knight's temptation to pinch himself was strong, if only such a thing were possible through steel plate. All those years of preparing, learning, training, and finally here he was. Phantom snorted and tossed his snowy mane, taking a half-step forward, then back. Snapped from his reverie, the knight gave the young stallion's muscular white neck a reassuring rub. Good boy. Phantom was as new to this as he was, but he knew the words were really for himself. Sir Godfrey's own veteran mount, once a dark bronze but now white speckled and tarnished with age, was as unmoved and unmoving as a cart horse, a horse of oak. Sir Godfrey liked to joke that horses learned twice as fast as squires, and a dozen times faster than knights. Horses are naturally curious, he once said, by way of explanation, and instinctively know their time in this realm is short. Knights, for the most part, are convinced they have all the answers, and will live forever. Glancing left, the knight saw the king lift his chin and focus, narrow-eyed, on the view to the east. A cold wind gusted suddenly, making all the pennants atop the raised lances crack like whips. He followed the king's stony gaze past the slope, beyond the village to which it led, and fixed on the edifice that rose sharply from the hill beyond. Gorstone Castle.